my loves. I hope you're well. This will be Rowena from the past here. Woo. Apologies if I'm sat weirdly. I've also got in the back camera so I can't see what you're seeing right now. I am currently squidged next to my Christmas tree because it is a family tradition to have half Christmas, and I love Christmas, so I'm never going to complain about having my Christmas tree up. And yes, those are bookish character Christmas decorations done by the lovely Lamont Studios. These are all like custom made and I love them. Who knows, maybe the characters from the book that I'm about to unbox, maybe one day I'll have them made into Christmas decorations. Who knows? But hi, hello. Today is June the mercredi. It is Wednesday the 4th of June 2025, and this lovely parcel from Arndell, goodness gracious, Rowena. This actually arrived yesterday. However, I had a work meeting this morning that I was stressing about, so I actually, for once in my life, did not act like a toddler on Christmas morning, and honestly that's actually being rude to toddlers. I actually restrained myself from ripping it open, and I restrained myself from opening this straight away, and left it for this morning as a little reward after the meeting, which went fine, by the way. I don't know why I was stressing. But yes, the lovely people at Arndell have sent me over a PR box for Kandi Steiner's Love of the Game, which is well, I think you can tell from here. It is a American football romance series. Book 1, I just read the graphic of this before. Book 1 comes out on the 15th of June. Book 2 comes out on the 17th of July. But yes, this was originally a indie published release of Kandi's, and now she's being traditionally published, which I am so pleased for her. I met her very briefly last March at the Sweetgrass book event in Charleston, South Carolina, and she's just so lovely. And yeah, I'm just so pleased. I'm just so pleased to see more romance authors being traditionally published. It just makes me so happy. But yes, thank you so much to Arndell for giving me the honor of being part of your content team. I still don't know what I did to deserve to be here, but I am incredibly grateful to be here, and for sending this over, because this is wild. This will never get old for me. But yes, just doing this little unboxing to be part of the greater reading vlog, but full transparency, I'm actually not starting to read this today. I'm currently about to start reading for another reading vlog, which you probably would see before this. Yes, you'd be seeing before this. Is Lights Out by Nevesa. I should really look that up. Nevesa Allen. And then also reading Caught Up, because I was very kindly sent a e-arc of Caught Up by, is it Ashe Aotearoa or is it Ashe Australia and New Zealand? I'm not too sure. Also, I'm so sorry, you probably won't be able to tell. I've had a very twitchy eye. I think we're going on to day 5 or day 6 now. Your girl's just been a little bit anxious and stressed. So if I look like I'm trying to give you a little wink at the camera, I'm not. It's just my eyes just having a bit of a moment. But anyway, you didn't come for that. You came for the unboxing, maybe. Or if you just came for the reading vlog and actually you're not even watching this right now, fair play. But yes, we're going to do an unboxing. And for once I'm doing the unboxing on YouTube and not TikTok and Instagram. I'll do something else for those. And also, once again, full transparency, I have seen some other lovely bookish content creators already receive these, And I've done the Rowena classic of like and scroll, because like, I love you, I'm so pleased that you got this, but I also want to be surprised, so I'm gonna like and scroll and go back to it later. But oh, this is cutie patootie. Okay, so that's right. Number one, book one is called The Wrong Game, and book two is called The Right Player. Please don't tell me there's two in here. Hang on a darn second. Oh my goodness. I've heard something clink, and that makes me very anxious for whoever posted this, because I know for a fact that International Post isn't the most kind. Oh, I'm getting and I don't know what to do with myself. So, oh my goodness. Firstly, we have these two stickers, if my nails will allow me to pick them up. We'll use the bookmark to help. Thank you so much. So we have this sticker that says, in my football romance era. I actually yesterday just finished reading a romance. Of course you read a romance, Rowena, that is what you read. A football romance. What was it called? I'm having a blank. I will send a photo to the lovely person who edits my videos and ask, could you please kindly pop it here? I don't remember what it was called. It was great. It was actually, it's a book by Anna Harrison. It was her debut novel. Loved it. And he played football, but like American football, which I've actually never seen an American football game. Maybe I should do that. In saying that, I'm still in this kind of because the hockey season is ending, and I'm a hockey girl. I love hockey. And football is on like when hockey is. So Rowena, you can't even watch any live games right now. What sport should I be watching instead? As a New Zealander, I should be saying rugby. I realise this. But like, should I try and watch a baseball game or something? I don't know. I actually found myself crying at a TikTok yesterday of a young guy who just changed levels in his baseball career. So he went from like, I guess I don't know what it is, but like the minor to the major league. And oh my God, I was bawling. Who allowed me to get so emotional? Nobody asked. Then I also have the sticker that says Sports Romance Book Club with an American football on the front. And we have this bookmark. Okay, so from The Wrong Game, we have Gemma and Zach. I love this illustration. I'm going to have to look at who the cover artist is. And it says, they're both a little crazy, both a little messed up, but they're crossing? Hello, Rowena, can you read? Clearly not. The bookmark actually says, they're both a little crazy, both a little messed up, but they're choosing to be messed up together. Cute. I love that. Oh my goodness. So we have... Oh good, it is only one book in here. Oh my goodness. I love this. Okay, so we have... Oh, look at that. It's got a nice flock to it. Ooh! Features an exclusive bonus epilogue limited to the Sprint edition. Love that. But yeah, so this is The Wrong Game, which comes out June 15th. Shall I read you the synopsis? I've kind of proven that I can't really read out loud. Anyway, 2 season tickets, 1 genius idea, 0 interest in a relationship. Gemma, I want to say Mancini, or is it Mancini? I'll say Mancini and then I'll look it up later and I'll correct myself. Gemma Mancini's plan is simple. Step 1, find hot, preferably funny, and definitely single men. Step 2, take a new guy to each home game for the rest of the football season. It's time for her to get back in the dating game. Babe, I'm not even in the dating game. Let me in, coach. Let me in. And besides, she can't think of a better way to use the season tickets she bought for her ex-husband. Okay. It's a foolproof plan until her bartender offers to be her practice round. Zach Bowen is infuriating, presumptuous, overbearing, and absolutely undeniably gorgeous. My favorite. He's determined to be Gemma's only date this season and is ready to do whatever it takes, even if it means sabotaging any of her potential matches. But Gemma is a woman of plans, and she's not backing down on this one. After all, Zach can try his best to change the rules, but he can't win if he's playing the wrong game. Now onto the super duper important part. So the wrong game, which is book 1 in the Love of the Game series. I knew what it was called. I think I tried to do like a little ta-da, but it didn't work because the box is upside down for you. The Wrong Game comes out in the stores on the 17th of June in the US, and I presume also Canada as well. I feel like you Canadians tend to have your book release day on the same day as the US, but forgive me if I'm wrong with that. The 18th of June for Australia, and I presume New Zealand as well, because us New Zealanders tend to be kind of lumped in with Australia for book release days, and on the 19th of June for the United Kingdom. What else have we got in here? Because I saw something really cool. Oh, that is cool. Also, it's in Chicago. Fun. I don't think I've actually read a book based in Chicago yet. A number of my favorite films are based in Chicago. Like While You Were Sleeping, top 5 films of all time, Chicago. But yeah, so Doc's Bar signature drinks. The Rita, the Gemma, the Belle, Zach signature, the Doc, the number 83. Ooh, are these different sports? Is it all football romance? It is all football romance. Oh, I'm getting so confused. I do that regularly though. But yes. Oh my goodness, thank you so much, Arndell, for sending me this. I probably shouldn't have done this right after having a meeting, because I'm kind of like, woo. And I've just shown that I read too fast for my own good, and I replace words when, it's always when I'm reading out loud is when I replace the words, like, Rowena, please. Could you just read, babe? Because this is kind of what your online personality, that's not the way to go about it. My online presence is that I read, and then I just showed myself that I can't read out loud. It's fine. Nobody was ever going to be contacting me to narrate books anytime soon anyway. But yes, oh my goodness, I cannot wait to read this very, very shortly. Though of course for you, it will be in 3, 2, 1. The Wrong Game by Kandi Steiner. Getting started on this today. I have 1,000,001 bookmarks, so I don't know why. I just thought that I would maybe try and make it a thing that I show you what bookmark I'm using at the time of the reading vlog. So what bookmark am I using today, you may ask? Well, I'm using this was like a spare one because I messed up the corners with the rounding, but this is a MBG Reads Shop bookmark, which is going to be a limited, I don't know if print run is the right word, but that's what we're going with today. So yeah, that is the bookmark that I'm going to be using for this reading vlog. I also realized when I did my little bit about the PR on my Instagram stories, I forgot to tell you the tropes. So I also can't remember if I read through this, but I'll do the tropes. So it is a sports romance, forced proximity, enemies to lovers, based in Chicago. Fall vibes, which is fantastic because it is now winter here. Forced proximity. I love me a bit of forced proximity. I don't know what it is. It's like the tension. I think it's the tension regarding, I'm just like, healing, heartbreak, and self-discovery. Oh. Angsty, sexy, and unforgettable. Say less. I will pick that up. Say less. Say less. Also, I need to not use my front camera because I realize I definitely did do it at that. which makes me look very self-absorbed. But there you go. But yeah, I will admit my phone does need to be charging. So if I'm doing any updates for the next wee while, I will be doing it from this spot. So that's annoying me that I've not picked that up. Hang on. But yeah, I'm just going to pop my headphones on, listen to, I don't actually have this on audiobook. I'll see if it's on Libra, Libra.fm or is it just Libra FM? But anyway, I decided to make the switch over to that instead of using Audible because I just don't want to use it. Let's see if Kandi Steiner is on there. See, like, because I was already doing these like little checks. I'm sorry, maybe it's better that you can't see me very well, but you can't see me very well. Okay, I think that works. But yes, I was doing some little checks the other day. So like Krista and Becca's books are on there. Well, at least the like Addicted and Calloway Sister series books are on there. Dishonesty Yours, Destructively Mine, and I think Burn Bright is already set up on there. So that's very cool, that's very exciting. Also clearly the last author that I checked, sorry if you can see the finger marks on my iPad, was Bal Cabra, so that's the author that wrote Collide, Spiral and Revolve. I'm pretty sure Peyton Corinne is also on here, but let me check if Kandi Steiner is on here. Oh, it is on here. Do I want to put this on audio? Like, I kind of want to. I'll try without first because, again, I don't know if I've said it on here before, but a lot of the time I do really like to listen to the audiobook of a book whilst I'm reading it, because whilst I can be very much into a story, unfortunately my brain does have the tendency to wander, and I start worrying about something that is completely irrelevant, insignificant, but my brain goes, no, we must fixate on this right this very moment, despite the fact that you are absolutely loving this book. So I mean, if anyone is interested, it is on Libra.fm. Anyway, I was very excited to find out that that is now available in New Zealand because it hasn't always been. I don't know how long it has been available, but it's available now. So that's cool. That's fab. Anyway, instead I will be listening to like ballet music. That's what I also like to listen to a lot. There you go, classical ballet on Spotify. That's what I listen to whilst I read, because I can't read in silence. I feel like I can't read in silence. Not that anyone asked, but now you know. I love how I started chatting whilst doing my makeup regarding the book and wasn't recording, babe. Wasn't recording. So yes, not that anyone asked, makeup that I've done so far: lip balm, Summer Fridays, and the iced coffee one, and the I've already forgotten what it's called, glowy super gel in Rose Glow. I do feel like Star Glow is probably my favorite, but this one is still really nice, and yeah, it's good. I bought it when I was in New York. I don't think Say is available in New Zealand at this point. But I was going to check if I could find when this book was initially written. I feel like I did used to know, but it's just as things happen, things just go out of my brain when I actually kind of need them. When was it first written? And I only say that because Gemma is wearing a pair of kids to the football game, and originally published 6th of October 2018. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I definitely remember like some people wearing Keds when I was a teenager, so that kind of fits. I'm a 2000 kid, in case you couldn't tell from my username. But yes, I'm on chapter 4 right now, so I'm guessing we've still got a little bit of a continuation of the like practice round with Gemma taking a guy to the football game because she has season tickets, because she bought them for her late husband and her, and then ended up being a cheating asshole, but then he was also terminally ill and passed away. So yeah, in case I didn't say that before. One thing I will note, and this isn't necessarily a negative thing, this is just something that I'm pointing out as someone who knows nothing about American football. All I know about American football is you wear helmets, you got the big padding on your shoulders, and the line in Die Hard when he says, like when one of the guys says, oh, and the quarterback is toast, which I'm sensing is a bad thing. I feel like a quarterback, it just, using my critical thinking skills, I'm sensing that the quarterback is a very essential member of the team. I'm not saying that nobody is worthless in a football team, but I feel like the quarterback is one of those important ones. Anyway, I digress. So what I will say, if you're someone that knows nothing about American football, there are some blocks of text where there's discussion regarding the football, obviously because it's a football romance. Like, I'm not stupid, like I'm aware that there's going to be references to football, but there are just some like terminology and stuff with that, and there was like a kind of overview of the game, a commentary if you will of the game, and I hadn't a Scooby what was going on. Like I'm folding clothes like behind me because I decided that I absolutely needed to reorganize my drawers, because why not? And yeah, so there were definitely some bits of text where it just goes completely over my head. I don't know what's happening. What I do know is that I think that the married couple who are sat next to them, they're just, oh, it's so sweet, the idea of people with like their season tickets and like they've been season ticket holders for a long time. So this couple have been like ticket holders, I think they said for like 22 years. And you know, like you've had the cute moment where they're like, oh, are you guys married, to Gemma and Zach? And then they go, oh no, we're just friends. And then the woman from the other couple kind of giving a knowing look towards Zach. Like I'm just like, oh, cute, you know. I feel like you've seen it in a lot of like romance based media, but I still eat it up every time, like the whole oh no, I just got a chunk of mascara on my eyelid. But yeah, that is my sounds very boring the way that I'm talking at the moment. That is kind of my thoughts of the book so far. I am enjoying it, but yeah, just some of the terminology regarding football did unfortunately go over my head, and I do feel like, but also maybe it's because I do see similarities between Gemma and I when it comes to wanting to be in control, having a plan and stuff like that. I do wish that I looked up some terminology regarding football, American football that is, before reading this, because yeah, there's just some pieces of text where I'm a little bit lost and I don't know what's happening, and I really shouldn't have moved my camera or my phone, because now you just see all the washing in the background. But yeah, that is my update for now. I will catch you at some point once I've taken this bloody bit of mascara off my eyelid. But yeah, also I don't know who's in book 2, but I really hope that it's Belle, because because also there was a part where Zach is like, oh, like Belle is clearly just someone who is very much into one night stands, will sleep with a guy and then be perfectly content with just forgetting about them. And it's just like, that may be the case, but then also I would love to hear her perspective regarding it. So yeah, that bumblebee better not come in here. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I would never kill a bumblebee, but if they come into my room, I do have to evacuate. Okay, we're fine. But yes, I don't know. Do I want to look at who book 2 is about? Do I want to do that to myself? Maybe I do. I'll do it. What is the second book called though? Is it on the back of here? No, it's not. Of course it's not. Rowena, why would... No. Yeah, okay. Wrong game. I keep wanting to call it The Wrong Move. It's because... Oh, now I know why. I almost posted a TikTok yesterday with the typo of referring to the book as The Wrong Move. I now know why it's... Why? Because I'm thinking about The Right Move by Liz Tomforday, which I've still not read this series. I'm really annoying, and I'm actually now just waiting for my copy of the final book to arrive and then reading them in like one big block. I do like to do that a lot of the time with book series because I just want to just read them all like in one go. And saying that, there are also many ongoing book series that I definitely want to start, so I need to kind of suck my head in. The only exception to that rule regarding book series and wanting them to be complete before I read them is Christian Becker Ritchie's work, because we already know. Well, maybe you don't, but I read those books now like as they come out. Oh my god, can you just tell me what series this is? Help. So like I said, I'm listening to this through Libra.fm, so I got a subscription for it, and you basically like support an indie bookstore through your membership, and I think getting every audiobook, I'm pretty sure. So I naturally chose Enamored Books, which is based in Remuera in Auckland, and I'm not based in Auckland. However, I love them. I love them, and I want to support them in every single way that I can. So, okay, The Right Player. The Right Player is book 2. Okay, all right, so got something now. But yes, obviously this isn't affiliated with Libra.fm in any way, shape or form. You girl is not new. But yeah, definitely a good, I think it's a good thing to, like, a good database and subscription for if you are someone like me that does really like audiobooks. Again, I find audiobooks really good. They just keep me really immersed in the book. The Right Player. Found it. Okay. Who's it about? Who's it about? Who's it about? Okay. I think it's Belle. I think it's Belle. I think it's Belle. Okay. I'm excited for that one. Anyway, sorry, I just got a message. And I really need to take this off now and continue doing this. But yes, that is my general chit chat for the time being, which is probably all going to be edited out, to be honest. I'm so sorry to my sister who's editing, because I just, what can I say? Honestly, look at the state of me, and I still haven't managed to find an A3 frame to put back here, because I used to have one there. It's now over on that wall. I just came back from my walk. It wasn't peaceful at all. It was actually terrible. I need to do like what I did when I worked in retail, and write on the calendar when cruise ships were coming in. I should probably start writing down when school holidays are, only in the sense that I should use it to try and maybe go at a time that's less overwhelming for me. So like going a lot earlier in the morning when it is school holidays, because I just find it a little bit too much for me. But that's okay. You live and you learn. I'm also, I don't know if I'll do like a time lapse of this, but I am currently going through another phase. I like do this probably been doing it every 6 months or so at the moment, where I go through all of my things and donate a bunch of things. It's kind of like, okay, we've now revisited this item 6 months later. If you've still not worn it, probably best that it should go to a home where it will be used and loved and stuff. And I will continue listening to the book. But yeah, that's that. Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't been like completely obsessed with this first little bit of the book. And again, that's just because of like the couple of chapters worth of like football-esque talk in regard to the fact that there are a number of things mentioned that went completely over my head, and don't love the whole thing of Gemma being referred to a number of times as, oh, she's so small. Just don't love that. And it's always the, oh, she's adorable when she's angry. Can't she just be angry? Again, maybe I'm just in a bad mood and that's why it's bugging me more today. But in saying that, so Zach was the practice run, and so she's now having like her first proper date, despite the fact that Zach said, oh, take me instead. And she's like, no. Kind of love that in the sense that whilst, yes, I want her to give Zach another shot because he seems nice despite the fact of, oh, she's so little, oh, she's so cute when she's angry. He is kind of the epitome of man written by a woman, you know? He has now gone ahead and bought season tickets for the Bears and has got them that their seats next to where Gemma's ones are. So he's basically just keeping an eye on her. Like, okay. And the guy that Gemma is with, he supports the other team that the Bears are currently playing, which is obviously going to make things a little bit awkward, because there is definitely certain sports games and certain teams where if you're not sat with your crew, your people, you will be ripped to shreds. Not literally, I hope. I'm just like, damn, I feel like you guys maybe should have had a little bit more chit chats beforehand, you know. But anyway, so yeah, I'm like, I don't know, maybe a quarter through, maybe. Still getting kind of caught on, and again, it's probably just a me problem. I have a slight issue with Zach referring to Gemma as cute and adorable and like, oh, she's so little. I'm also 5'2", and I personally would just be a little bit frustrated if on a fairly regular basis something regarding my physical body was commented on. And it is, I would say that's just a me thing. And it's now Gemma's birthday. What I will say though, it is Gemma's birthday, and he has gifted her some stationery. Like there was a pen that was engraved, and then 3 notebooks that one of them on the front of it, like I'm guessing they're meaning like embossed or something. One says list, the other one says plans, and the other one says random shit. Now, I'm not going to lie, even though I'm fully capable of buying this thing on my own, that isn't the issue. However, ever since I watched the movie 27 Dresses when I was, actually let me check when that movie came out. Okay, that movie came out in 2008, so let's just say like I was 8, or maybe I would watch it like the following year, so like 8 or 9 years old, and I'm now 24, nearly 25. Since first watching that film, I have been enamored with the idea of having a file of facts and having someone gift me a file of facts. Even better if it has like my initials embossed into it. Love that idea. So, you know, if my future husband is watching this, take notes, buddy boy. So yeah, what I'm thinking of this, and I feel like at this point I'm actually kind of beating myself up about it, because I feel like I'm being unfair with this book, in the sense that once we met Belle, who is Gemma's best friend, I love her as a character, and I think it's because she reminds me a lot of Willa Grant from the Chestnut Spring series. I'm sorry, I've looked at the screen many times. There is a reason why I'm going to try and do it back camera for my next reading vlog, or try to figure out how to use the DSLR camera that we have in the house. So I'm not doing this, because that's, I would imagine, quite annoying. Anyway, I digress. I really enjoyed Willa in the Chestnut Springs series. In addition, there's some comments that have been made about Belle from Zach's perspective that makes me kind of go, I would love to know what Belle's story is, her side of the story, etc. I feel like at this point I'm accidentally not giving this book as much of a chance as I wish that I was, because I feel like I might like the second book more, which is like, that's fine. Not every book is going to be your number one book. That's just not how it works. But yeah, I feel bad because I feel as though I'm not giving this one the chance that it deserves. Though I think the next book comes out 17th of July. I think that's when it's out. So I will look at getting that one. I don't believe I'm being sent the second book. I don't think. Not that I'm expecting it, but I'm just kind of speaking out loud. I don't believe I'm to be expecting the second book. But yeah. Right, okay, here's the thing. This is probably the last thing I'm going to say before I sit down and try to finish the rest of this book. In my head, I'm seeing that potentially book 2 for me will be a little bit like the book Love Theoretically by Ali Hazelwood. Why did my music turn off? You know what? I think I know what it is. Oh, shh. Okay, so I see a lot of myself in Gemma. So the fact that I personally, I know I'm talking about the same thing again, but just work with me here, please. Because I, in the past, have had people just refer to me as like, oh, cute, adorable, like in my head, making me out to be small and young, insignificant, whatever, can be trodden all over. So I don't appreciate that on a personal level. I feel like I'm talking around in circles. So for me, the idea of reading about an FMC who's very similar to me when the MMC is you're referring to her as, oh, adorable, cute, whatever, it just makes me cross, because in my head I'm Gemma, but also I know that I'm not Gemma because she's fictional and words on paper, and I have foot cramp. And I'm sat here talking to you currently with foot cramp. So yeah, I've just had that baby epiphany that probably you all, whoever's watching, already figured out. Anyway, but what I will say, I do appreciate that Zach does give her time to kind of breathe, think things through, because he knows that she can get quite anxious fairly quickly. Pardon me. So yeah. I still need to figure out who does. Okay, so the cover design is by Hung Lee and the illustration is by Sarah Jane. Nice. Because I will say, when it comes to books, I do prefer character artwork pieces for book covers, I think, as opposed to other things. I think I just like the art element of it, not generative AI, none of that rubbish, but I like seeing people's work like this. Anyway, I'm gonna go back to this. I'm on chapter 18. Oh, boobs. Who's attracted to anything that has boobs? Oh, Micah, Zach's little brother. I was just like, huh? Anyway, that's what's the other funny thing. I don't know if it's because of the large age difference between Zach and his brother Micah, because he's like, I think it was like a 14-year age difference or something. But these two were raised by the same parents, but Micah is still very immature with things when it comes to women. I'm gonna continue reading now. I'm up to chapter 18. I suspect that Zach is about to talk to his brother Micah, because I think Micah kind of freaked out Gemma at the football game, so he's gonna be like, listen here, punk. Nobody says that, Rowena. Get a grip. I say no way, but like, of course he did. So Gemma's ex-husband did a letter for her, and then one that, I kid you not, was identical to the woman that he was cheating on his wife with. Like, I'm pretty sure it is word for word. Let me just work with me. Oh, for goodness sake, man. He couldn't even change like a word at all. Could he not grab a thesaurus? Well, at least we now know the name of the other woman. It's hard though, because like, understandably so, like in a way, I'm not judging Gemma, but she's like already decided that Zach is going to betray her the same way that her ex-husband, well, not ex-husband, late husband did. Anyways, I'm going to continue reading. I've got foot cramp again. Ow. Okay. I have now officially finished The Wrong Game by Kandi Steiner. My thoughts were, I would say for me, it's a solid 4 stars. Now, I feel like I should probably establish what my like star rating system is. So, I don't think I've ever given anything apart from, I think when I read Breakfast at Tiffany's a number of years ago, I gave that 1 star. And I've never given anything like 0 stars because I guess that's not technically a thing on Goodreads. But 1 star is my eyes feel offended that I made it read the book that it just did, which sounds really mean, but trust me, the book Breakfast at Tiffany's, it's warranted. 2 stars is, yeah, nah, not really for me. 3 stars is I liked a couple of elements from it, but it's not a book that I'd want to keep the physical copy of. I'd rather donate it in hopes that maybe someone else liked it more than I do. 4 stars is I'm not completely in love with it, but I also did really enjoy a number of elements from it. 5 stars is obviously I loved it. Infinity stars is like, please have this book tattooed onto my eyelids. I will continue thinking about this book until the end of time. So like I said, I think I just said, this is like a solid 4 stars for me. There were some elements at the beginning of the book. It took me a little bit to like fully get into the series, especially like within Gemma and Zach's first date, but not date, only because it was a number of chapters, maybe at least 2 chapters where they were at the football game, and I don't know, there was like some chit chat that had references to like American football that just went over my head, so those parts didn't really hit for me. And I found the discussion regarding Gemma's stature and her being angry as something that was adorable for Zach to see. For me personally, was again something that I didn't love. However, on the whole, I did really enjoy the story. And again, I am really looking forward. It sounds mean, but I'm really looking forward to Belle's story, because I would love to see more from her. Yeah, I said this in like a part before, but I think I'll probably actually have that cut out because I just spoke in circles constantly. For me, what I am thinking may occur is something comparable to some Ali Hazelwood books that I've read. In 2022, I think it was, I read The Love Hypothesis, and I didn't love the book. I think I gave that one 3 stars, just because I found the reference to Olive's stature, I just found a bit irritating, to be honest. Yeah, I wasn't in love with that book. However, even though I was mildly skeptical, I did read Love Theoretically, because I told myself, Rowena, you actually need to give Ali Hazelwood's work another go. And I think I was doing it with a group of bookish content creators from Australia and New Zealand. Like, it was we were all reading it at the same time kind of situation. And I loved Love Theoretically. I loved that book. So I'm picturing that maybe the same thing could be occurring with, what's the next book called? The Right Player. Yeah, the first chapter is at the back of this book. I'm just not gonna look at it because I'm just gonna wait until I have the full book. But yeah, really pleased that in the epilogue, the first epilogue, because there was like 2 epilogues, the first epilogue, I was really pleased that Gemma got to finally experience, is it called tailgating? There was some kind of thing regarding the football season that she always wanted to take part in but never could. I think it was tailgating, with Zach and his family. That was really cool. And yeah, I guess that's it really. Obviously, again, thank you so much to Arndell Books for very kindly sending me this book and the PR over, especially regarding International Post. And yeah, about there's nothing else that I can say, except for the fact that I hope you enjoyed my ramblings, and hopefully the reading vlogs get better from this day forward. But yeah, happy book buying and reading, everybody. Mwah!